Hi guys, it's Katie here from Creativa. It's been a while since I've done a video, so please bear with me. But today I'm going to start making a travel folio. So I have shown this on a video once before, and this was sort of my prototype. So we're going to make something like these. They're sort of based on a Tim Holtz folio. I can't remember what they were called, but it's smaller and different. Same but different. So anyway, there will be a flip through of this project, so you can check that one out before you decide whether you want to make this project as well. So let's have a look. This is a set of SVG files for the travel folio. I have made this one a little bit different. Oh, excuse the mark on there. I don't know what that was. Anyway, I've made this travel folio set of SVG files a little bit different from usual. So just quickly, as SVG files are scalable vector graphic files that you can use for electronic cutting machines. I use a Cricut. You can use these on any machine that you can use SVG files. The most important thing that you need to know is how to make the lines that are on each of the pieces score lines and not cut lines, and how to attach them to the piece. And I have lots of videos on how to do that using your Cricut. I'll put a link to one in the description box below so you can go and check it out. I haven't done a video specifically on how to do that for this project, but it's the same for all of them, you know. So once you figure out how to do it, then it's you never have to watch that video again, so I don't keep making them over and over again. Anyway, this one's different because I have made the base pieces different colors to sort of explain how all the pieces fit together. So these pieces here are the cover pieces and the spine, and I've made those pieces blue, or at least the pieces that I've cut out of cardstock blue. And then for everything, the mat that corresponds is pink. So today we're going to use some of these blue pieces and make the cover. And then each of, there's 3 base pages, a yellow one, an orangey one, and a green one. And then I've made a pocket that fits on that yellow one, and a belly band that fits on the yellow one, and the same with the orange and the same with the green. Just means it's easy for you to tell which pieces fit on which page, and you don't have to accidentally cut out the wrong ones. You might decide to change the colour of the pieces when you import it into the Cricut design space. It's completely up to you what you do with them afterwards. I have actually changed mine all to the same colour, but I've sort of kept them in little groups so that I know which ones go with which page. And there's also the slip-in pockets, a waterfall, a pocket, a couple of pockets, and they will fit on all of the pages. So they're in the blue. And then there's an expanding folio, which all those 3 pieces are in a sort of a reddy, pinky colour. So today we're going to make the cover. So I've cut some bits and pieces out. So for the pieces that I'm cutting out of cardstock, the blue pieces, I'm using this craft paper here, this craft cardstock. It's 65 pound or 176 GSM. Anywhere around there, you will have no problems with making this project. So I'll just pop that to the side. And then for the paper, the cover, the scrapbook paper, I'm using a variety of weird things, and I can't quite remember because, truth be known, I cut all this out before Christmas and then I never got around to doing the video. And I just should mention, just a little forewarning, I've got 4 doggies in the house at the moment because I'm dog sitting. And so there might be some barking, and I apologise, and I'll try and edit it out if I can. Anyway, the paper that I'm using, some of it is this paper here, and I can't remember for the life of me, because as I say, I cut this out before Christmas, where I got this paper from, but it's a digital download. but then there is some that I definitely know. This one is Tracy Fox Love Junk Journals Compendium. Let me have a look and see what I've got here. It's on the tip of my tongue who the other people are, who this other person is. So if I do remember, I'll pop it in the description box down below. And then this paper here is actually just some paper that I put together, sort of like a masterboard kind of thing, and then I just photocopied it. So I've got the originals in here somewhere, and then I just, you know, so yeah, I've got these pages with all my scraps of neutrals pretty much, and I've just scanned them in and then just used copies of them. And some of it's got some blue bits on it because and some maps, because it's a travel folio. I thought that would work. And then I have these pages here that I just did some random collage and a bit of squishing a bit of paint around, because that's always fun. And you never know how they might look once you have so this is all painted, but you never know how it's going to come out when you scan it. So whoops, let me show you. I'm hoping I'll use this. I think it's quite nice. So here's my scans of that, and I think that's I just love it. Maybe not for everyone, and that's fine. I never tell you to use a particular thing, because you can make this using any kind of paper, but you know, as a background paper, I just love some of these. And then there's some of the, oh, so there we go, this is Tracy Fox. Can't remember what that is, so let's just pretend that. But these are some scans of my pages that I just collaged together. And then I just used some plain pages as well, and some of these, and I hope it'll all go together and look lovely. So let's get on with that. I will not go through all of that again, and we can just get on with the making, but in case anybody wanted to know, that's what I was doing. And this is just a plain paper pack that I bought off Etsy. It's got 100 different colours in it, so you can usually always find something that will go with your project, and I will also try and remember to find that one and show, put that in the description box. So these are my maps. We'll go through those. I've also cut these things out. So today we're just going to, I'm sorry this has got all smushed up. We're just going to make the cover today. So to make the cover, I have cut one of cover 1, which is this one. It looks like that here. I've cut one of cover 2, which is just the rectangle. That's that one. And one of cover 3, which is the flap that goes over that. Then we don't need that at the moment. I have cut 2 of the flaps, 1, 2 flaps, and I have cut 3 spines, but I'm not entirely sure that I'll use all 3 of the spines, but we'll get to that in a minute. So all we need to do is put all of this together. So I'm going to start with the cover, and all we're going to do is just join it together like that. So now I've already cut this out with my Cricut, and I've done the score lines, and then I have inked my score lines, and I would have used, who knows, because this is so long ago, but I like the gathered twigs, so I've done all my inking with the gathered twigs. And the glue that I like using for construction is the Art Glitter Glue. So I'm just going to put some glue along this tab here on this cover 1. Feels like ages since I've made anything. This is fun. So, and then I'm just going to pop this one on here. Now I'm not bothered about that tab being on the outside, which is here. I'm not bothered about that because it's going to get covered up, but I do think that it's better to have it on the outside. Just, I think it makes your cover a bit stronger. And the same with this one. So we've got this on this side, and then I'm going to put some glue on this tab. The other thing you might be able to hear I can hear is the water flow from the air conditioner outside. And it actually sounds quite loud now. You know, once you hear something and you can't unhear it because the window's open. Because it's just been horrible and hot here. Good indoors. It's too hot to do anything outside. I did do some gardening yesterday, but it's not too much today. Okay, so this is basically our cover. Couple of things that I want to do is I want to put my flaps on, and each of the flaps goes on here and here. And there goes a dog barking. Right, I think they've rushed outside. I'm going to put my mats on these first and then attach them, and the reason is because I want to sew around these, and it will be easier to do like this than if it's already attached to my cover. So let's put the cover to the side. I have 2 flaps and they're going to go like this, and I've cut out 4 of the mats for those, so they look like this. 4 of these, and so I'm just going to decide where they're going to go. I don't think it really matters. The beauty of this sort of paper that you collage together as it goes any which way. So I'm just going to put them like this, and then also on the back. So for that, I'm just using this glue here, which is, it's a clear glue that's acetone based. In Australia, I just bought it from Spotlight, and it's called Crafter's Choice Craft Glue or something like that. It's pretty cheap. Just it's cheaper than the Art Glitter Glue, this one here. So, and you use a lot more of it obviously for matting, so I like to go with something a bit cheaper. Also, it gives you a little bit of time to wiggle your mat into the place that you want it to be. So then I'm going to put this one on the other side. Put glue on there, like so. Just like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this one as well, but I won't waste your time. Then I'm just going to take this over to my sewing machine, and I'm just going to stitch around this bit here, I think. Don't think I want to go, yeah, I'm just going to do around here. So I'll just go and do that, and then I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm back, and I've done my stitching around my little flaps. So now I'm just going to attach them to the cover. So I'm attaching them onto this back center piece, and I think I'm going to attach them like on the outside as well. So I'm just going to line it up on the middle, on this middle piece here, and glue it down, I guess. I'm going to do the same thing and attach it to the back side. I think it's just stronger, and then I'm just really eyeballing it, which is weird for me, eyeballing, but we're done there now. That's it now. Okay, so that's that one, and then I'm going to do the same with this one. So I'm going to put some glue on here. And try lining it up again on the bottom here. And that feels good. Let's just have a look. That looks about right. I'm going to go with that. So about like this, maybe. Okay, and just glue that one down. It moved. And just flip it over and make sure it's well attached at the back here. And this back bit looks so, you know, like I've done my my distress inking, but I haven't done it on this back side, on these flaps, tabs, whatever it is that I call them. These, I can't even remember anymore. On the tabs. So I'm just going to quickly run around here and knock that back a bit, because it looks so pristine and clean compared to the rest of it. Just for that tiny little bit that pokes out, hardly anything. It's about 2 millimeters, but you know how it is. You just wouldn't feel right if you didn't do it. Okay, so flip that back over and it goes this way. So this is going to flip in and this is going to flip in, and then this will be the sort of front cover, and this will be the little bit that comes on the side like so. You don't have to have that bit if you don't want to. You could eliminate putting that piece on altogether and it would just be a book like this. So that's entirely up to you. Okay, so I also want to stitch around the edge of this section, but before I do that I want to put my mats on, so that you know, like if I just put the mats on the outside and then stitched around it before I put my inside mats on, then my stitching might get in the way of my matting on the inside. So I do want to do that, but before I want to put this mat on the back, you know. So let's see, I've got a couple of these square mats. I want to put my mat on the back, but this is the piece, this is a spine piece that I want to attach here. So I actually want to put this down before I want to put this mat down. So this piece here is spine piece number 1. So it's the widest one. There's 3 of them. I'm not sure that I want to use all 3. So, oops, I want to use that one. I nearly messed it up. I want to use spine piece number 1 and spine piece number 2, but I'm not sure about number 3. So what I'm going to do is attach these 2 pieces to each other. Thank goodness I didn't mess that up. So I'm just going to put some glue on the back of this spine piece number 2, and I'm going to attach it to spine piece number 1 in the middle as best I can. So I can hear a little dog pushing on my door trying to get in. So that looks about even to me. I haven't, once again, I haven't measured it, and so you know that's quite weird for me. I like to measure things. But anyway, we're just gonna rough it. It's fine, it's good. So I'm just gonna make sure that that's glued down, just like so. Make sure that we haven't glued these center flap tab bits. What are they? What do I call them? I don't know. Alright, so then we can bring our cover back in, and I'm going to attach this back tab from my spine to this section here. So there's this back tab here. So of the tab of spine number 1, the back tab, it's going to be the bit that sits and holds all our pages on like this. And so we're going to line it up along the edge here before that, before these score lines here. If only my words would flow as easily as I'd like them to. So on this back tab, I'm going to put some glue, spread it out a little bit, and then I'm going to attach that down here, and we're just going to eyeball it again. That's the 3rd time today. It's a little bit higher up, about there. bring it in a smidge. Right along the edge, just want to make sure that that still flips over, and it does. So then I'm just going to fold that back and give it a good press, like so. And then I'm just going to put a bit of ink along there as well, because it looks a little clean and neat. Okay, so now I'm just going to hold this one off for now. We might decide later whether I want to put that in the middle and have 5 pages, or maybe I'll just have 3 pages but have put a journal in the middle for this one. So we have options. Okay, so now I'm going to put my mats on here. So my mats, I've cut 2 mats for my cover 1, 2 mats for my cover 2, and 2 mats for my cover 3. And I'm going to put one of each on the inside and one of each on the outside. So let's go ahead and do that. So I think I'm pretty happy with this one in here. This is one of my collage pages that I've just photocopied. I have enough scraps that I could have made these for every page, but I think it would make it really thick. Why isn't my glue coming out? And for some reason it just looks quite cool when you scan it and copy it and then print it out. So put some glue on there, and we can put that on here and then cover up that tab that we've just put down, like so. Encourage that glue to make it to the edges, sometimes a bit over the edges. Don't have to worry too much, because as I say, I am going to sew around it. I can't find my words today. I'm so sorry. Okay, so this is my cover 1 mat. Pop this one on here, like so. I like that. And then we need one for here. So this is my cover 3 mat, and I think that might look like it's not right. I think that looks better. So I'm going to put this one on this side, and then I'm just going to do exactly the same on the outside. Come on. So pop that one on here. So, and then I'm going to do exactly the same on the outside. So let's go over here, flip it over. On the outside, I've cut this dark blue one because I thought it would be, how did I get glue on that over there? I don't even know. I thought it'd be a really nice contrast with my flap that's going to go like this, and it's got that little bit of blue on it. So I thought it would be a nice contrast for the cover. And then this one is going to go on here, like so, and then of course this one's actually going to go over here. So then once I've glued all of those on, I'm going to take it over to my sewing machine, and I'm going to sew all the way around here, and I'm going to be careful not to sew in my flaps that we've already stitched. So I'm going to put those out so that I can stitch around here, and it should also avoid the page tabs that we've put in because they're not quite as long as the cover itself. Okay, so I will finish up doing that, and then I'll be back to show you what it looks like. So I'll see you again in a minute. Right, I'm back and I have done my stitching. So I ended up stitching around this little section here. Well, I stitched down each side of each one of these, down the side of each section, and then I stitched all the way around so that yeah, I actually didn't intend to do that, but I wasn't concentrating. Surprise. So now we have our cover all done. So I really like this here against the blue. I'm glad I did that. So this is our cover done with our flips, and we have got the spine all ready to go for, as you can see, we've got 1, 2, 3 sections here, so 3 main pages, but that doesn't mean that we can't put a lot more pages in on top of that. And so that's going to have our pages. So in the next video we'll start putting together the main section in the middle of our travel folio. So thanks very much for hanging out with me today as we made the cover, and I hope you come back in the next video and we'll put some pages together, and it'll start to look more like a folio. So I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks very much for watching, and bye for now. Bye.